federal district court recently blocked the Biden administration's attempt to force emergency room doctors to perform abortions. The order would have included medical personnel who say performing an abortion violates their conscious or religious beliefs. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services had sought the measure called the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act. The state of Texas and two groups of pro-life medical personnel filed a suit to block it. Attorneys with Alliance Defending Freedom represented the pro-life groups. And we go now to Denise Harle, one of the attorneys with Alliance Defending Freedom. Denise, great to have you on. Thanks for joining us today. Talk to us about the proposed mandate from HHS and Secretary Becerra and why ADF calls it an attempt to turn emergency rooms into walk-in abortion facilities.
Well, thanks for having me, Tracy. The Biden administration is trying to force emergency room doctors to perform elective abortions. So through this new guidance that the Biden administration issued, it changed the wording of what was long a law that just simply makes sure that people can get emergency treatment. Of course, women and mothers can get emergency care in every state in the nation if they need treatment for an ectopic pregnancy or a miscarriage or an otherwise in a life-threatening condition. Every single state law protects the mother's life. But what the Biden administration has done is try to change the definition of life-saving care and emergency into something that includes health risks that have not even occurred yet. And it's simply just a straightforward move to kowtow to the abortion lobby.
Denise, tell us about the court's decision. How significant is it, and also what comes next?
Well, it's well written, it's well reasoned, and it's a well-timed decision because it makes sure that that guidance from EMTALA, from the Biden administration, can't be used to force pro-life doctors and medical professionals to perform elective abortions. This is a very good thing. We would hope to see that applied nationwide. And in fact, it does have the effect of protecting any medical professional that has those objections. So I do think we'll see the administration continue to try to push this. In Idaho, for example, they're doing the same thing, trying to force Idaho physicians to perform abortions in emergency rooms. But this is just a desperate grasp and a refusal to accept the fact that Roe v. Wade is overturned and Americans in the states have chosen laws that protect life. And that's what Americans want.
Denise, how about your clients? I mean, how do they feel about the mandate being blocked? I mean, at least for now.
Oh, our clients are thrilled. You know, doctors and nurses, they go into the healthcare field because they want to save lives. They want to help people and treat disease. None of them want to be destroying innocent human life. And just the threat of the intimidation that would occur if they want to help people in the emergency room, but yet feel that they could lose their license or lose their job or be criminally punished for refusing to treat a patient through an elective abortion, which is never a treatment, never required. It's a scary thing, and our clients are so relieved that they can live and work according to their conscience.
Yeah, on a different note, as you probably know, on Friday, a district court blocked an attempt by HHS to force doctors to perform abortions and gender reassignment surgeries at Franciscan Alliance, a Catholic hospital system. I'd like to get your reaction to that, and also, what do you make of these attempts from the White House to push abortion, among other things?
You know, what's astonishing about that, too, is just a gross violation of First Amendment rights. So our federal statutes and the Constitution itself protect people from being forced to engage in something that violates their conscience or their religious beliefs. And that might include something like transgender procedures and surgeries that are disfiguring and deforming adolescents and permanently sterilizing them. It might include elective abortion and destroying innocent life in the womb. All of those, it's very clear. And the Supreme Court has decided in case over case. Little Sisters of the Poor, NIFLA, these are, we know you can't be forced to pay for these. You can't be forced to advertise these. And you certainly can't be forced to actually perform these tragic procedures. So I think the Biden administration is going to continue to do things that are gross overreaches of power. And we at ADF are going to be ready to bring them into court like we've been doing every single time we see one.
And Denise, I'm curious, what other cases are you following right now?
Oh, there's so many. So what we're really focused on is the state court litigation where states are having to defend their pro-life laws now that the question of abortion policy has been returned to the states, and states have the opportunity to protect life. Unfortunately, Planned Parenthood and big abortion have filed lawsuits against, it seems like, almost every single pro-life law in the nation, and are trying to get state court judges to rule in favor of abortion, where, of course, no right to abortion ever existed. That was never part of our nation's history or culture. In fact, our nation is founded on life and liberty. And, what freedoms can you have if you don't have the right to life? So we are coming alongside these states and helping develop the expert evidence on fetal development, of fetal pain, the harms to mothers from abortion. And we have a lot of work ahead of us. In a lot of ways, the pro-life movement has just begun in the legal system.
Well, Denise, thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate it. Great to be with you.
Thanks, Tracy.